trailed it around with you.
Does that smell like a ghoulie?
Ooh, no, maybe. I don't know what they smell like. They come out of the toilet, though. And that belonged in the toilet.
Yeah, it should have went in the toilet. All right, welcome to Monster Monday. We are bringing back the old ways.
The old ways.
Yeah. So, Ghoulies, a franchise that I've always wanted to cover on the channel. I was hoping, because Vestron, this is a Vestron franchise, that since they released the Wishmaster movies and the Warlock films in sets, and the Vestron collector series. I own all 29 of them. I collect them, so I was hoping Ghoulies would get picked eventually. I still believe they will do it. A 4-pack of all of them on Blu-ray. Maybe they're just cleaning them up because they have not announced a new title yet, which is weird for them. They usually do by the time their new one's out, and they have not, and their new one's been out for a little while. So I don't know what's going on with them, but Ghoulies, that'd be a good 30. All right, so we have watched Ghoulies 1 through 3 at this point, and Ghoulies 1 is easily the worst of the three for me.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a interesting film. We'll say that.
It's it's interesting.
I can definitely recommend watching the Good Bad Flicks breakdown of this film and how it was made. Great channel. Always support Cecil. His channel is amazing. He just recently did this, which sparked my interest in wanting to do this again. I've been wanting to do this since I started the channel, and here we are. All right, so what are Ghoulies? I'm not really sure. I can tell you that this poster is why they come out of the toilet. So, like, in the film, because they were trying to, like, come up with a gimmick to market this film, and, like, something coming up, for your ass as you're taking a shit is scary, right? This reminds me of the demon scene from Friday 5, actually. Ironically enough, when Demon's girlfriend's like, the snake that's going to crawl up that shit and bite your ass. And he's all like, got to get out of this shit box. It's gross. So there is that fear, right? We get it in the X-Files episode. With the fluke, right? Where he crawls down into that freaking porta potty. And you're just like, ugh. Like, you get onto one of those and some, like,
whatever
things down there and it bites your fucking private parts.
Bro, that thing, though?
Terrifying.
No.
Especially after what happened to that sewer worker in that X-Files episode when he gets bit by it.
Yes.
Not good.
No, not good at all.
He's, like, taking all the toothpaste.
Oh, no. I would just die.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah. There is literally one shot of a ghoulie in a toilet in this movie, completely randomly inserted in, which they shot later, because I watched the Good Bad Flicks on it. They were like, well, we don't have them coming out of a toilet. And they had to add it in last second, and it doesn't even do anything. He just kind of pops up out of the toilet, and then it just cuts right back to the movie, and it's like, that's for nothing. It's literally just there so that the poster isn't a lie, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, and by the way, the first 3 Ghoulies are on Tubi, so there you go. All right, so Michael and Rebecca are moving into a house that he has inherited, and this reminds me very heavily of one of my favorites, House 2, Second Story. This is nowhere near as good as House 2, and that does feature a lot of creatures.
Yes.
But those creatures are amazing.
They're wonderful.
Got a pterodactyl, a baby pterodactyl, and a little caterpillar puppy. And you got Gramps, right? You got great stuff. And one of the movies we just watched had him in it. Ghoulies 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Ghoulies 2. Speaking of Gramps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about that next week. So, Kaylee, your favorite part of this movie, for sure, hands down, are these amazing, wonderful contacts
Oh my
that they use throughout.
God.
These glow-in-the-dark contacts.
No. These...
It's like the glow-in-the-dark fluid when you break those you know,
Yeah.
glow
The
sticks.
glow tubes.
Yeah, the glow sticks.
Uh-huh.
It's like glow stick fluid.
Yeah.
Put into contact lenses and then put over the eyes. Sometimes it looks really good.
No.
But then other times it looks like wonky eye. Like, where are you looking?
Cracking up with that. So there's also times when it's like just like they like enhanced it with the computer or something. Like they just made the whole eye glowing, and that looks awful. Looks
Computer?
so bad.
No.
So they're like,
no,
sorry, not computer. I don't know. Whatever they did.
Yeah. No, not
It's
necessarily.
edited in post, okay?
Sure.
But it looks awful. And the other times, like you're saying, when it's just the contacts and it's like the circle for where your pupil's supposed to be are just in totally different directions. And I don't understand, like, why nobody was like, we need to fix your contacts before we can continue with this scene.
Because they're probably really freaking, like, fickle. And they probably didn't work very well. I can only imagine. I think they talk about that in the Good Bad Flicks breakdown.
Oh my god.
It would be a pain in the ass, and they just filmed what they got and throw it on screen. And back then, the clarity isn't as good as it is now, so you probably couldn't even tell as much.
Yeah, I'm sure that the quality helped kind of disguise that a little bit.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, they're so funny. Like, especially, like, later in the movie, there's one scene in particular where his contacts look so bad.
So bad.
And it was making me laugh so much, so.
You got some humor out of that, though.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was unintentional humor on their part.
I also think that this is one of the films that brought us Full Moon Pictures. Charles Band, I think this is, like, what, created that enterprise with Puppet Master, and later would be like Evil Bong movies and Ginger Dead Man and all that. So,
okay.
Which of course this makes sense, like tiny
Sure.
creature features.
Yeah.
Puppet Master, everything I just mentioned, demonic toys, all that stuff. Full Moon just loves their miniature creature features.
I like little creatures.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. Of the Ghoulies, there are like 3 main ones. My favorite is for sure the one that looks like a cat. That has like the ears.
Oh yeah.
He
even refers to
cutest
himself
one.
as a cat in the third
I don't want
one.
to talk about that yet. I'm still not ready to talk about the third film in some sense. But yeah, he's my favorite, and the one that looks like a baby, I don't like.
The main Ghoulie.
And also the other one, I think, is the ugliest one. That looks like some type of like. It's not like an aardvark or like a
I don't know what the hell it is.
armadillo.
When John Carl Buechler, when he designed these, he designed these to be genuinely scary, and they kind of made this more of a comedy as they do with. They get more and more comedic as they go on because they're fucking silly. And they're silly looking.
Yeah.
And he was like offended and like, what do you mean? Which is ironic because he makes the goofiest movie when he gets, when he's in charge of the direction, when he directs the third film, that is by far and away the more slapsticky, more silly, the more goofy of the 3 so far. So I think it's interesting. And it's also fascinating that the Ghoulies look so wildly different, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't look alike at all.
I know. I was wondering that. I'm like, are they supposed to be same species, or they're just like
they're ghouls?
They're just so okay. That's
they're miniature
fine.
Ghouls, right?
Yeah, they're just mini little.
They're ghoulies.
Like ghouls, I never thought ghouls looked like that.
No.
I thought ghouls were like. Basically like zombies,
Yeah.
like dead looking people,
Yeah.
like humanoid, not like little freaking tiny animal creature things that like
You know what a
sharp
ghoul
teeth and
looks
big
like?
eyes.
Well, I'll show you the Blind Dead movies. Those are fucking ghouls. That's what I think of when I think of ghouls.
But these are ghoulies, so
Yeah, they should just be like short versions of the Blind Dead. Kind of like a mix between the Blind Dead and the midgets from Phantasm.
oh my god.
Anyway, so we get this opening sacrifice. It ties into the end of the movie somehow. I don't fucking know. Because Michael, who inherits the house, I guess he also inherits this ability to summon ghoulies. That he said he read something or something, but he didn't. He kind of just like, it comes to him, and then he resurrects. There is one really cool shot when he does resurrect the dude who he thinks is like he's gonna work alongside of, but then that guy comes up from the grave and is like, "No, bitch! Like I'm taking shit over here."
Isn't that like his great or his grandfather?
Yeah, something like that. But when he rises from the grave before he like reforms into his like not completely normal self, but evil's new self, the thing that pops up out of the grave is actually really like scary looking.
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
I would have preferred them to keep with that thing because it's like, what the fuck is that thing? That was great.
Instead, he becomes like a zombie-ish version of himself that reminded me of from Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, Billy.
Billy.
Yeah. And I will once again say, like, if you want to have opening credits, like, do something with them. The whole like 5-minute wall of just black screen and white letters on the screen with like whatever garbage music they threw together in 5 minutes. This is such a waste of my time. I hate them. I hate them. Like, opening credits are like, they're a touchy thing for me. Like,
I know.
I'm, for the most part, I don't like them, but there are some that I do like. But it's rare.
I'm okay with them.
I like them in TV shows when they're memorable, like Game of Thrones. I never skip that. We never skip Last of Us credits. But that like sets a tone and a mood.
Of course, yeah, as you said, like you should do something with it. Or if the music is at least really rad, if it is just a wall of text. But that's like even typically like older films.
Zooming in on a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Like in Halloween. I love it.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I would never skip that.
Oh,
but just black.
Just black.
Just black and white letters? Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, that's just boring. Do something with it. You can totally do opening credits.
Yeah.
Right? I'm totally fine with opening credits if you're doing something. But just black and white, no. I'm sorry, no. Not 5 minutes. Make them a minute. You can speed that shit up.
You can.
They just do it to pack run times. That's all it is. And so... recently we watched Lionheart, and we were commenting on how Ashley Johnson from The Last of Us is in that movie.
Yeah.
And this time we got the mom of Ashley Johnson, not the real mom of Ashley Johnson, the mom of Ashley Johnson in Lionheart, is Rebecca. She is the wife, girlfriend of Michael. So cool to see her. And we also have a very young, her very first movie, Olivia Benson from Law and Order, SVU.
She's very young.
Mariska Hargitay, however you say her name.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's real young. She's 20 years old. She's young. This is her very first movie. I doubt she gets asked much about it. But if I ever run into her, I'm asking her. But I can tell you that she has more money than everyone associated with this film has combined. At this point, she makes $500,000 an episode.
Jeez.
For SVU, that show's been on for like 25 plus years.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Ice-T makes $250 an episode, and he's been on that show since almost the beginning too. So that dude is making bank. She's worth $100 million currently from that show, which is wild. But good for her. She started with Ghoulies, and now she's worth more money than everyone I've ever met combined. So that good for her.
Yeah.
That's you know.
Ghoulies did a lot for
rags to riches, baby.
Yeah.
We all start in horror. This guy's breakdancing in this movie is like the best version of white people can't dance I've ever seen.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is like, dude, no.
He's basically just seizing.
He's just drunk or stoned out of his mind.
Super stoned.
Because they're like the drug addict.
They're supposed to be like the funny, like high friends.
Yeah.
Which
they're the Cheech and Chong.
I like that trope. Like I don't mind
Sure.
when there's like stoned people in, like horror situations. Like I think Cabin in the Woods does a great job with that character. But like these guys were just dumb. Like, they were annoying, and it is
They're more
very
real stoners.
No, actually, I disagree. I think that it is a product of the time to, like, show, like, people that smoked weed or whatever as being, like, stupid, when that's not always the case. Like,
no, it's not, but when I'm around people who are on drugs, and I'm not, which I'm never.
I was gonna say, like, who are you around that's on drugs? But he's also, like, not just, like, on, like, he's not smoking weed. He's, like, smoking weed plus, like, taking pills plus whatever, like, probably cocaine, I'm sure.
But those people are horribly annoying to be around. Is all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what the hell this dance is, but it's not memorable like Crispin Glover's dance in Friday 4 or anything. There is a lot of drug use in this movie for PG-13.
There is, yeah.
You would never be able to get away with putting drug use like this in a PG-13 movie. There's just no way. But that's just the product of the times. And this is the first year when PG-13 was a thing, which is 1984, the year that Red Dawn got the PG-13. So, same year. And let's see. I mean, the whole ritual and all that stuff, when he becomes a dick and it's like, it's just coincidental and all that. I guess he's just, I don't know, compelled to do it. They don't really get into that, but I guess we just kind of got to figure it out for ourselves.
He just
it's not
knows
that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the college age of these actors who are like 35 years old.
They're adults, full-grown adults.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that the guy that Michael comes to Rebecca and just straight up is like, I'm gonna drop out of school because I want to summon demons.
Basically, and she's like, that's not a good idea.
That's
I don't like
the
it.
worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And he's like, die.
Die.
Yeah. But I'm assuming he wants to do it because he's trying to like connect with his lineage.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I got. I have no idea.
I don't know. I think he's just compelled.
He tells her he's done with it, and then he's like trying to fuck her over like a summoning circle.
God, it's awful.
And she's like, "What?" And she looks down. And she's like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Oh my God, it would be horrible.
That was pretty funny.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like muttering stuff. Like he's like having sex with her, and then he starts like chanting.
Yeah.
Like in some other language or whatever. And she's like, "What are you saying?"
I don't even know what the Ghoulies are in this movie for. Like, I don't really get it. Like, the dude who's conjuring, he's gonna like kill a baby in the beginning.
Yeah.
And like, the Ghoulies are there already, and I'm not really sure why. Well, and then the kid like redoes the spell, but somehow I think he fucks it up because he summons midgets instead.
I don't know what happens with that. They're like other denizens of hell, I guess, but he's the kid that was going to be sacrificed.
Hell's filled with ghoulies and midgets.
Apparently,
okay.
According to Phantasm and the Ghoulies.
Phantasm is not hell.
I mean, it kind of is. It's like a hell. It's like a hell realm. Yeah.
It is, but it's like freaking. It's supposed to be like Jupiter or something.
Might as well be hell for all we're concerned.
It's like Neptune. Because it's hot, right? Or is Neptune the cold
Neptune's
one?
cold.
I'm thinking it backwards.
It's like Venus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's the sun. It's just the planet. Just the planet the sun.
Planet the sun. Yeah. You know, who's an idiot?
I know. We're both dumb.
We're both in it. We're both idiots. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mercury's the hot one.
Mercury, Venus, and then there's Earth, and then Mars.
Mercury's what I meant.
I know the planets, okay? But
I do too. I just said them backwards.
I don't know what planet they go to in Phantasm, so
probably not one here.
Yeah.
In this solar system.
I don't understand a lot of the esoteric like spell stuff or whatever that's going on in Ghoulies 1.
She threw out the word esoteric just to try to
smart
after she fucking called the sun a planet. 100%. I knew that's what just happened there.
But I really don't. I don't know what's happening with a lot of it. Actually, any of it.
No. I think it's just.
It's
I
just
think
like,
it's because it's boring and I'm checked out.
Yeah.
And that's always what happens. We get bored during a movie and then I start fucking with my phone and then I think like, shit, I need to review this. I need to pay attention better. And then by that time, I think I've missed certain bits of dialogue. And then I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And then people like say something in the comments and I'm like, fuck. I missed that because I'm screwing around on my phone.
I don't even know if I was screwing around on my phone at all. I just think that like it was very like generic, like evil guy wants power to be more evil.
What was up with the friends coming over at the table wearing like glasses and then all the ghoulies are around and they can't see them? Is it because they're wearing the glasses and the glasses have been like enchanted to not see the ghoulies? Sure.
Yes. I don't think because he like when he summons the ghoulies, he's like you'll remain on the property, but you'll only be visible to me.
Right.
So why would they even need to wear glasses? I don't
Right.
know what the purpose of the glasses are at all, other than just to make them look cool. And actually, I think that they just like wear glasses because I have to wear glasses to hide my freaky chameleon reptile eyes.
So you think it's like to not draw attention?
Yes, I think that's the only reason because
he doesn't want to be the guy from Hide and Go Shriek who literally wears glasses the entire film but does not have glow stick eyes.
Right.
Okay.
But this guy does have glow stick eyes.
He sure does.
Yeah.
He sure does. They're wonky glow stick eyes too. He looks like the dude from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, he does.
But green.
But green.
And glowing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get any of that stuff. We get it's an hour into the movie before a ghoulie does literally anything in this film. Mostly just him kind of in the house, fucking putzing around, summoning shit, trying to bang his girlfriend over freaking rooms.
Some pentagram type thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what he was trying to do there. He was trying
I don't know. He was trying to like control her, like what he does at the end.
Yeah.
But I don't.
He controls his friends.
Yeah, he controls.
But he
like,
doesn't
all
bang
of
them.
No.
But the circle under the table,
okay,
right?
she has the amulet, right?
She does.
That protects her.
Because it was
then
on
he
the
like
kid.
takes it off of her so that he can like control.
But he was the kid
her.
at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's really confusing.
He gives it to her because like a part of him's still in there. It's
right.
like I need to protect her.
The like good part of him is like, oh no,
Sure.
I'm about to go like psycho magician on her.
Yeah. Sorcerer.
Psycho sorcerer.
Yeah.
Psycho sorcerer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? No, it doesn't work like that. I was trying to do psycho killer. But
Yeah, no,
sorcerer.
that doesn't work. And so I will say that this has one of the lamest endings of any horror movie I've ever watched. They finally kill everybody, like all the friends, and then in the end of the movie, they're just alive.
Yeah, they just all come back.
They're all just like, just kidding, here you have your friends back.
Yeah.
Not very ghouly of them.
No, not very ghouly at all.
No, because the other movies, you don't get your friends back.
No.
When they die, they die.
They're dead.
Yeah. When you go down the toilet, you stay down the toilet.
You stay down there.
Yeah.
With the ghoulies.
The consistency and the, continuity of these films is really good. They're so similar.
It has like the best continuity of any horror movie franchise I've ever seen.
Yeah. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. I do like how a dude has sex with a chick, a really attractive one if I remember correctly, and then goes downstairs. Yeah, she is. She's a really hot chick who he has sex with. Then he goes downstairs and there's this like older blonde chick who I don't find all that attractive personally. He literally just got done banging this chick upstairs. He's going downstairs to get him a drink. This is such a guy thing. There's a complete random stranger in the house that they had a whole party with a bunch of friends that they all knew.
Yeah.
But then he comes downstairs and there's this totally random person in his house and he's just had sex and she's like, doesn't even say anything really. And she just like kind of motions him over and he's just like, must be my lucky day. And he like goes after her. And then she turns into that freaking demon guy.
Yes.
Very much like the tall man in the opening of Phantasm, which I always hold that the tall man fucked that dude in the
I know.
graveyard.
This scene, they have like a long tongue thing going on, which is similar to something that happens in part
Ghoulies
3.
Yeah.
So, this dog.
I don't know. This is just super funny to me that a guy would bang a chick, then go downstairs, run into another chick, and who shouldn't be in the house. He doesn't know. But and he's just like, I'm ready. I'm down. Let's do this.
No. Yeah. It's so what?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We got a clown doll in this, but I can't really remember what it looks like now.
I do. It was like black and white. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I actually liked how the clown doll looked. I think it looked alright.
So then we get the big fight where Wolfgang shows up.
Yep.
From the opening, and he fights against Malcolm, who's the sorcerer dude, whatever. And this fight is like lightning or something, electricity
just like
coming
little
out.
Lasers coming out of their eyes.
Lasers, sure. This reminds me of like a much lamer version of the fight in Big Trouble in Little China of David Lopan versus Egg Shen. That is awesome. This is terrible.
This is so lame. It's so lame. It was just like, that's their fight? Yeah. That's their magic fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like pew 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 with their eyes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then that's it. I mean, then their friends all just come back from the dead.
Yeah.
And then they ditch the midgets and they're out. And that's the movie. It's really not good.
Nope. And it's also like it just takes place in that one location. And it's not an interesting location. It's not cool. There's nothing exciting about the house or like atmosphere or anything. Like it's just super lame.
No, but this movie made a killing in theaters. This is why.
That's crazy.
This is why they made 3 sequels.
Wow.
It like made a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah. But this is, trying to be, Gremlins.
Sure.
This is trying to be, I don't know when Critters came out. I think Critters might have came out after this in like 85 or 86. This is, this is right after Gremlins. So yeah, they saw Gremlins and they were like, well, why don't we do that?
What do we call them? Ghoulies.
But it doesn't appeal to kids. And it doesn't really appeal to adults either. So I don't really know who the hell this is supposed to appeal to because it's PG-13. And it's like, pick something.
Teenagers are like, that appeals to me.
Yes. This isn't really a teenager flick, though, because you have 35-year-olds playing teenagers or like early 20s, and there's nothing appealing about the film in that way.
I know. I was joking. I don't think it appeals to anybody.
I don't either. It's a pretty lame film.
Yeah.
But I like them more as they go on. We'll just say that. I know Kayla and I will probably disagree heavily about the third one, but we'll get there. And look forward to that in the future. So there you go. A Stephen King Saturday, a Slasher Sunday, and a Monster Monday all in a row. It's been a long time.
It has.
I'm glad we're back. So until next week, Ghoulies 2. I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys. See you then. Bye.
Bye.